The charity, I messed up. Don't worry. The charity fantasy football season is wrapping up. Leagues like the Scott Fish Bowl and Super League have officially closed their drafts. Well, most of them. Now it's time to shift gears and talk NFL training camps because they are underway. We're going to be going into the storylines, roster battles, breakout buzz, and real football finally returns this week with the Hall of Fame game. But first, let's wrap up the Super League and Scott Fish Bowl and other charity leagues. Let's get it started.
You're watching the Fantasy Recap, only on FantasyNow Plus.
That's right. It's Monday, July 28th. The Hall of Fame game is literally Thursday, July 31st. It's wild. You told me, Justin, by the way, this is Justin Bowerly, the boss here at Fantasy Now Plus. No, but it's here. Like, it's this week. We have, I believe, the Lions and Chargers kicking off Thursday. Hall of Fame game. Nothing really happens that game, but I'm sure most of you people will be watching the Hall of Fame game, as I will be as well. So what's going on, Justin? I don't know if he's muted or if I'm muted but I cannot hear Justin, but it's okay.
It's been a long couple of weeks. As you can see, I can't even unmute myself. No, I think I've seen my family's, my wife's side of the family more than I've seen my own family over the last month, and they don't live in this state. So I'm tired, man. I'm so tired, but football's back.
It's been a grind for sure. Football is back. We do have a ton of news. I don't know if you want to get into that first before we jump into our recaps of Super League, Scott Fish Bowl, any other charity league that you may have been in. It has been reported today that Justin Fields is back on the field. 11 on 11 drills per Diana Rossini. Who's that?
Diana Rossini.
Sure. Sure. I'm excited.
Can't pronounce anybody's name.
I can pronounce names. I got a name I'm about to pronounce pretty soon.
Justin Jefferson.
We're going to talk Justin Jefferson at the moment. What happened to Justin Jefferson over the weekend?
He was held out for a hamstring strain. It's July, of course.
I know.
Where everybody pulls their hammy. I mean,
I know. We got to read the news though. Terry McLaurin reports to camp, put on PUP. You texted me elegantly. Oh, he's doing the Jonathan Taylor approach. I guess he is.
Well, oh no, I'm hurt. I need to go on pup.
I would do that too. I don't know why more people don't do that. I would 1000% do that.
The tough thing is, like, you basically miss the first 4 games of the season because you don't have a contract yet, which limits your stats for the season. I mean, and you start off slower. So, like, usually by the time we get to week 5, everybody is like full grind, like, I'm in shape, I'm ready to go. And you're just now starting your preseason. I mean, you haven't even played game reps yet by week 5. So it's an interesting approach to this contract.
Listen, in life, there's only like a couple things that matter. Family, of course, first, but money's up there too. And I don't care. You know, a company could pay you, anyone that's watching, all you're worth at the moment. Doesn't mean you have to do produce the best. You just, as long as you get paid, right? That's what. Listen, these players have a short career life. I know they make a ton of money, but Terry wants to get paid. I don't blame him. Kareem Hunt has been rotating with the first team offense at Chiefs training camp. Are you shocked by this news at all?
Kind of. I mean, you would assume Isaiah Pacheco would be the RB1 on that team, but I mean, Kareem Hunt's got history on that team. So, and if he's blown people away, why not play him?
Yeah, what's going on, Jamie? And Jay, yes, he's active PUP. He can come off anytime, which means when he gets paid. That's the way I take it as well. Kareem Hunt's 30 years old, played 13 games last year, had 200 attempts, 728 rushing yards, 7 total touchdowns, averaged 12 fantasy points per game when he did play for the Chiefs. Pacheco last year had 7 games, 83 attempts, 310 yards, 1 touchdown, but he did break his fibula in week 2, missed 9 games. Pacheco was a 7th round pick in 2023. Last year was hurt. The year before that was his peak, 935 yards, 9 touchdowns, 15.3 fantasy points per game. He's replaceable, but I don't think he will be replaced. I think it's going to be a true committee. Oh, it's only July 28th at the moment. Jawan Jennings, calf, out, no timetable to return. RIP Sean and all of your trade offers. Oh, Ricky Pearsall activated from the PUP. Let's go. Anything to add?
He's back. Yeah, no, he's been trying to get Juwan for me for a while now. And I kind of want to take him up on it. But
I would 1000%
at this point.
Tyler, is it Shuck? Shu?
I've heard
Chow?
Shuck the most.
He's practicing with the second team offense Sunday. Spencer Rattler is getting first team snaps. Avoid. It doesn't matter. I don't want it.
You know, in our rookie league, I was looking at my quarterback situation. I drafted Will Howard like in the 3rd round. I was like, yeah, I got this deal. I got a starting quarterback. And then I was like, well, dang, Aaron Rodgers. But I have Spencer Rattler on the bench, so I hope Spencer Rattler plays this season. That'd be great for me.
Thought Will Howard was going to start. That's cute. Kenny Pickett suffers hamstring Sunday. Joe Flacco was in it. This is what I wrote. Joe Flacco was and is the leader in the starting clubhouse. Joe Flacco played 200 played in 2024, 8 games, 1,761 yards, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He played for the Colts. It was actually pretty optimistic when he played at first, and then it went downhill real quick. So we'll see how Kenny Pickett is and if Joe Flacco is actually the starter day 1. More to monitor. I actually been drafting and picking up Joe Flacco everywhere in my Superflex leagues just to trade him for a 3rd because that's all he's worth at the moment. Travis Hunter is seeing heavy 2-way usage in camp. That scares me. That's terrifying. I don't want that. I want him to be offensive only. And here's one that's shocking to me. Demario Douglas standing out as the top receiver in Patriots training camp, according to Taylor Kyles. He's a Patriots beat reporter. He is the best pass catcher by far and isn't even close. He's going into his 3rd season. Last year, he had 67 catches, 621 yards. He only had a 17.6 target share, so hopefully that increases. I love this. But again, it's training camp.
It's training camp. I've been to like 3 training camps for the Colts, and each time I'm like, oh, this guy, he's looking really good. He's gonna be dominant. He gets like 4 catches for the entire season.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. They're just throwing the ball. They want to see what he can do. Yeah. But Stephon Diggs isn't going out there trying to win his job. Like, come on.
Yep. That's one thought. If you're really good at your job and you already like you're a veteran at what you do, why would you try hard to do what you already do?
Yeah. You trying hard might cause you an injury, which then derails the end of your career.
But I am high on
Demario Douglas has to go out there and prove that he can play wide receiver because I mean that roster is not completely stacked at the wide receiver position.
Not even close.
But they have a lot of young talent. Demario Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, Keyshawn Butte, whoever.
He's never gonna work.
Mac Hollins, Jalen Polk. Remember when Jalen Polk was supposed to be a guy? Javon Baker it was Polk or Baker, and none of them were the options. The point is you have a lot of young talent, a new coaching staff. Who knows who's going to be the wide receiver 2 on that roster?
So you're saying he's the best pass catcher by far means nothing when the smartest kid in the room is an IQ of 5 and everyone else is a 0? Is that what you're saying? All right.
Sure.
It's hard to be bad when everyone else is so bad.
To get to the red zone, so it's all Hunter Henry.
And this is the last note I wrote for the day. Elijah Arroyo, who I poo-pooed on this show, who I said, leave him alone, do nothing with him. he's being moved all around Seahawks formations, and I wrote, okay, I'll pay attention. All right, I'll pay attention now. At first, well, you know what? It's training camp, so I'm not going to pay attention too hard, but we'll see. I'm still not confident in this person. I'm still not confident this person will be any relevancy to your fantasy roster in 2025.
If any of you want more in-depth analysis on Elijah, go back to our Saturday Dynasty and 30 show or Friday's Fantasy Studs and Suds, because I know they both shows talked about this kid. So if you want not Josh's opinion on a tight end,
Don't get my opinion.
go to those other.
If you're saying if you want more an educated approach to
Yes.
Elijah Arroyo, please go watch Tim, Jeff, and Pudge. They are, I'm assuming, believers. I'm a little bit harder to win over in the fantasy football world. So that's just me. Justin, did you have any news and notes that you want to add?
Joe Mixon is going to miss an extended period of time with his nagging foot injury that continues to make him sit out. So that's a little concerning. The backup for the Texans looks, I mean, all their starters keep going down. Oh yeah, Nick Chubb, Dameon Pierce. So
remember Dameon Pierce?
Remember when everyone was like, "Oh, Dameon Pierce, he's going to be the Texans guy." That was very short-lived. So yeah,
that's it. That's all you got. That's all you brought to the show today. Look at that. Look at that, guys. No, I'm kidding. I kid. For once, I took the lead and actually wrote down all the notes. So usually it's Justin doing that. I was trying to impress the boss. I'm Demario Douglas here at FantasyNow Plus. I gotta go ahead and improve myself and be the best fantasy host I could possibly be for Justin. What are you reading?
I'm trying to see if there's any more news.
No, there's not. I mean, unless stuff came out today, this morning.
Elijah Moore has a leg injury, if that matters.
It doesn't. He plays for the Bills, and he will not be targeted as much as we want and hope. But there are things going on today. So if there are any more news, make sure you pay attention to FantasyNowPlus.com. Sean will be posting all of the news on our website, FantasyNowPlus.com, or follow our socials at Blue Sky. I believe Instagram, Meta, not X. We're not on the X. And if you're finding me on Blue Sky and you're DMing me, please do not. I have deleted that app ever since the passing of Hulk Hogan. I can't believe how embarrassed I am for all the rude and negative people out there. But I'm going to leave that at that. If you're interested in Hulk Hogan coverage, please watch No Holds Barred. Right? Finns Talk Sports Network. We are brought to you by the Finns Talk Sports Network. And we had a tribute show on Saturday night. Me and Bobby Melendez, the true final boss of Finns Talk Sports Network. And we had a lot of viewers on that show. So please give us some love. Throw some likes. It was a good time. Justin, Super League. I think I'm still drafting.
Are you? I still am drafting. Yeah. It's been slow. We have 3 leagues that are finished. Shout out to Captain Carter, Samuel Whitmore, and Captain Marvel. So,
what round are we in? We are currently in the 18th round. I've been on auto pick for the past. I've been on auto pick since round 10, and here's why. Jamie's league is finished. I'm trying to finish my league. I'm trying not to hold up the league. So what I do is every day I go in there and I put in the players I want. I queue them up and I put myself on auto. I put like maybe 30 players in there just because I don't want to hold up the league, because I am known. Listen, self-awareness is a great tool in life, and I am known to hold up drafts and use the full 8 hours. I do it all. I think I've already done it in Super League once. So self-awareness, people. If you know you're gonna be busy that day, throw players on there you like. Auto draft. It's okay. How do you feel about that, Justin? How do you feel like I'm auto drafting? I'm still gonna dominate this draft.
I don't hate that you're being courteous to the rest of the league. Especially if you know the guys that you want and you're fine, and you'd prefer to have a guy lower on the ADP than the rest of what's currently on the ADP. I don't hate that at all.
Is that a shot at me?
No. I'm in around 15. Ours is moving a little bit slower, which is a bummer. But hey, we're slow. nothing starts for like 5 more weeks. So we're
Well,
fine.
you got the numbers, you got the ADP, you got the interesting information. I don't have that information. Do you want to break that down, or do we go into Scott Fishbowl first?
I mean, we can cover Super League. We can cover whatever you want, man. This is your show. I'm just here.
This is my show. Oh, welcome to Cold Brews and Hot Takes. My name is Josh Kimmel. We have the Hall of Fame. Is that what we're doing?
Oh my god.
By the way, cheap plug. That's gonna be next week. I go live 9 a.m.
Ooh,
following the
gotta
Hall
get
of
ready.
Fame game. It's gonna be fun times. We'll be talking training camp and preseason and a whole bunch of stuff. It starts next
So,
week, Monday.
so are you going live Monday morning at 9 a.m. and then back with me at noon?
It's a possibility. I don't see why
Or
not.
are we pushing this show to Tuesday?
We'll push it to whatever day you need it to, brother. Well, this is off camera information that only we need to talk about. But I will be
our
live next
viewers
Monday.
need to know. Our viewers need to know when they can catch us.
Well, then they hope they follow social media and the website for all the information and scheduling, just like anyone else. WWE isn't going. Paul Levesque, Triple H isn't coming out on camera. Hey, John, next week, do you want to face like Cody Rhodes? Yeah, I guess we should do that. Do you want to do it on SmackDown, like 8:00 hour, 8:30 hour? When do you want to do it? Like, no, they just do it backstage, and then they promote it on their social media and on their website. And he just kicked himself off. Oh, okay, you can come back now.
You're the worst. I hate you so much. I can't wait to have my own show.
Listen, when I bring viewership down and subscribers are starting to unsubscribe, then we'll readjust and we'll figure out what the problem is, because I don't know. But let's talk Super League, man. Like, this is your baby. This is what you created this. Like, I want everyone to know that's watching this right now. Justin created all of this. We are merely just, I guess, passengers on his journey to greatness, because he has grown this league from nothing to a lot in just 3 years, earning so much money. And I want to hear some ADP. I want to hear some leagues. I want to hear some strategies. If you are in Super League right now and you're drafting, what was your strategy? Give me your players. Who did you pick? I'll tell you what my strategy was. I went tight end crazy. I'll go off the bat. I never do this.
You went tight end crazy. Like,
I just went bananas, because I told y'all when we did the preview shows of, and as I'm looking, sorry, Sean, I got my phone on me. Big deal. Whenever I was doing my preview show, I'm like, I just pick best player available. This year, I'm like, you know what? I want 5 tight ends. So I drafted Brock Bowers, Sam Laporta, TJ Hawkinson, and Mark Andrews. I only got 4. There's 3 spots left. What do you think about that? That's probably a self-sabotage situation over here.
I really don't hate your draft so far. So looking at Jalen Hurts, Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas, Sam Laporta, Herbert, Rice, Hawkinson, Olave, Andrews, and Williams with your first 10 picks, Javonte Williams. And then your 5 of your last 7 picks have been running backs, and it's all like guys that might do well. But this is best ball, so all you need is one good week from these people. So it's 3 picks, no kickers yet. I know I've seen images where people have picked up 3 kickers because the scoring's so crazy that all you need is one good week from a kicker, and then you could win your games because of it. So, and then I've seen others where they drafted 0 kickers because they're going to just pick them up on the waivers each week. And that, to me, I don't know how I feel about that, because again, your kicker could score 0 and you're stuck with a 0. Or you could have a second kicker on your team who scored 36 points, and then you get that 36 points instead of the 0. So I personally am going to go probably 2 or 3 kickers on my team.
Here's the thing with Super League, and if you want to just rope in Scott Fishbowl about kickers, yours is a best ball league. Super League, ours, I should say, right, is a best ball league where you don't know who's going to start week to week on your team, because it's whoever scores the most. My argument with kickers and Scott Fishbowl was, why draft kickers? It's ridiculous. Plus, you make us start a kicker. Like, it's a position. Where Scott Fishbowl in the past, at least previous in the past, I played on MFL. We didn't need kickers, but they were available to put your flex. And my thought was, why would I ever in my life start a kicker? I know it's fun and cute and everyone wants to do it, but really, like, if you did the math back then, it just wasn't worth it, because the upside was never worth the upside of an actual real, what I mean by real NFL player, like, positional player, wide receiver, running back, or tight end. You hope that kicker scores 20 points. If not, they're just giving you 8. Like 8? Okay, I can get that from Javonte Williams, and plus the upside of a touchdown. Whereas kickers, if they just make 3 field goals in a PAT, you're not looking so good. I understand the bonuses do well, and the bonuses, but those are all high risk plays. High risk, high reward. I get it. With your league, it's best ball, so I can see somebody drafting 2 to 3 kickers because when they do have those 30-point games, they're just going to be slotted in there. Takes the
And yeah,
decision making
you don't
out.
have to decide on which kicker you're going to start, which is the nice thing because it's going to just determine that for you. I will like to have some options for the computer to pick on which kicker is playing, just because of that crazy scoring for them this year. Jamie, I don't know why we didn't ever think about this, but his strategy was to pick the winning team. It's a wild concept.
I tried that, and it just sometimes this doesn't work.
So, yeah. No, if you go to our website, fantasynowplus.com/ the Super League draft tools, you can go there and you can get all of the ADPs for all the leagues. If you are curious about who is drafted in the 11 leagues, you can even look it up by player, see how many times that player was drafted, look at what their ADP is, when they were the earliest they were picked and when the latest they were picked, and then even who all the people that had drafted him as well. And then you can even get your customized draft board that you've probably seen on social media or in Discord or anything like that. You can just click your drop down, find your name, and get that download. So
Yeah, Justin worked really hard on that tool, and I will say this: it is top tier. Just for what I mean by just for you making it, it's top tier. Other sites have other analyzers. You can type in a name and it's super frustrating to use on mobile and it's almost unusable. This one is usable on mobile, surprisingly. And it was really, really nice to look at my team and to get that graphic made. And this is a feature that can be pushed to other leagues, home leagues, right? Something in the future where if you want graphics for your home leagues, you might have a service for you here pretty soon here at Fantasy Now Plus. I'll just leave it at that. Justin is the mastermind behind that, not me. I'm just the pretty face. I'm just the pretty face here.
We're hoping to have it before the start of the actual NFL season. It might be a next year tool that's coming, but we'll see.
Yep. And with that, Scott Fishbowl has also wrapped up. Do you feel good about your Scott Fishbowl team? Because I do not.
I
never do.
I always feel good about my Scott Fishbowl team, and then it does okay. Like it just does okay. I make it to the playoffs every time. I make it past the first round every year so far.
Wow.
Of the 2 years that I've played, but this is a different year, I guess. I went heavy tight end in Scott Fishbowl, picking up McBride, Kittle, Andrews, Loveland, Gesicki, Schultz, Johnson, and Okonkwo. So I went very heavy on tight end. I think I picked up 8 tight ends this year. And then I really waited on the quarterbacks, Purdy and McCarthy, JJ. So it's a risk. That's the 2 of 3 quarterbacks that I have on my team. So, but you don't have to start a quarterback this year. You don't. You can just start a super flex. You have 2 super flex spots. So it'll be a different year.
It will be a weird year indeed. Man, I don't know what else you want to talk about regarding Scott Fishbowl and some strategy because it's pretty much wrapped up by now. All the charity leagues are wrapped up by now. It has been a great charity season. I was only in Super League and Scott Fishbowl because I'm just a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of leagues you're making me join and Sean are making me join. You're coming up with reality show. That's a good topic because next week, and just let everyone know, from here on out, we will still be doing this show. Just because I have my own show doesn't mean we won't do this one. And we're putting out our final rankings for the redraft season. Next week will be quarterbacks, then running backs and receivers and tight ends, so on and so on. And on top of that, we will be having a bold prediction per episode for that position. That means Josh and Justin will be putting out their stupid bold takes, and we'll also be asking for takes from our staff. So Jeff Crisp, if you're a fan of Studs and Suds, will have his takes. Pudge as well, and so on and so on. So I'm excited for the next week's coming up. I really am. The Rainbow Bowl hasn't started yet and still accepting people. There we go. The Rainbow Bowl hasn't started yet and it's still accepting people. More leagues for us to join.
If you missed out on a charity league and you really want to be in one, the Rainbow Bowl is another really big one that does really well. Be sure to join there. We will have a Super League registration for next year on our site soon.
Soon. So Justin, with that being said, that the charity leagues are almost wrapped up. We still have, of course, the Rainbow Bowl going on here. I'm gonna throw you kind of like a right turn, left turn. We didn't speak about this pre-show or after show, but this is just for you. And this is for you, I want your real reaction. Training camp, preseason, all of it, right? We're all about to get in depth. We're all about to watch videos. We're all about to see people in shorts catch phenomenal footballs and look like superstars. Every single one of them. Guys, let me tell you, I go down to Gold's Gym down the street. All these guys look like superstars too. They're deadlifting 500 pounds. They're bench pressing 300. Anyone could be a workout hero. From you're into the spectrum where you're actually analyzing everything, seeing who's here, who's not, who's going to be good, who's going to be bad. What do you look for? Do you look beyond the training camp speak, or do you actually buy into everything? And are you watching these videos and are you getting hyped for it? How do you separate the fandom for the fantasy?
I don't look at anything training camp related, to be honest with you, because I've seen too many videos where it's, oh, look at this guy, he's running really fast. Oh, his feet are moving really quick, and then he's injured by week 1 because he pulled a hammy. Or, oh, look, this guy's really fast, and then he's injured for half the season and doesn't play. Like, to me, training camp is let's get back into shape so we can play football for 5 months, 4 months, something like that, and hope that we get into the playoffs. That's what training camp is for me. The only thing that I like to see out of training camp are how do rookies take hits when pads are on. Right now, pads are not on. This means absolutely nothing other than let's just get back into shape. All of these videos where you see these quarterbacks that are on the hot seat, rolling out and throwing a little 5-yard pass, that means nothing. There's no pads on. I want to see what happens when somebody's in their face. So I, again, don't really take a lot of stock out of training camp until those pads hit. And then once we actually start seeing gameplay, then I will start to take some account. Preseason, okay. But again, when a 4th string rookie running back is playing against a 4th string defensive line and linebacker, like, it's not real. It's not real yet.
It's hard to evaluate because it's been so, we have so much information now. It's not like how it used to be back in my day where you had to watch preseason to figure out Arian Foster was good at football. Now you don't have to watch one single snap of preseason and you can know everything you need to know. We didn't used to know the 5th string running back on the Cincinnati Bengals. We didn't used to know the 7th round rookie drafted, receiver for the Houston Tech. We didn't know all these people. And so we would have to watch preseason football to get this information and then have to analyze it. Now we know everyone by February. Like we know everyone. We're doing 7-round deep mock drafts by February, March. And so we know everyone. And I think that's too much information. And I think too much information has brain rotted a lot of us, as in there's too much going on. You can't be into this player, then this player, and they can't all make it. And I feel like we do these. We have these takes where I think Juwan Jennings, I mean, he's not a young person, but whatever. Juwan Jennings is going to take a step up and become the elite wide receiver 1 at 28 years old. I mean, we've seen history of this. This doesn't happen. Same situation with these young rookies. Demario Douglas. That's a perfect example. Someone's going to read that headline. Someone's going to go into their dynasty league who's very inexperienced, who maybe had just started dynasty, and someone's going to give up a lot for Demario Douglas because they believe these reports. It's very, very I guess, touch and go with these reports. Take them with a grain of salt. Don't live and die by these training camp reports. They're not all real. Todd
No,
Bowles will lie to you blue in the face. Sean Tucker's going to get this. Sean Tucker's going to do this. Sean Tucker never does anything.
no.
Period. Ever. So
if you really want to like look into like, okay, how is this year different than last year? Because you can look at the stats like, well, he's progressively going up. I mean, go back. What did the team do during the offseason? Is the offensive coordinator different? If not, it's probably going to be the same offense. Did they sign a big left tackle? Did they get a new offensive line that should be better? Maybe the running back goes up because of that. Maybe the quarterback goes up. Does the quarterback have an injury? And what kind of injury? Is it going to limit him from passing the ball? Do they have to hand the ball off more often? Maybe you're looking at a wide receiver. Maybe they got a big time running back that's going to take a lot of pressure off the passing game where they can run the ball more, which means less targets for you. There's a lot of things that you can look at other than training camp videos. Training camp videos are probably the worst thing for fantasy football because it gets the hype up for a lot of players, which means people are overbuying in Dynasty. They're drafting way too high in redraft, and it never works out. You gotta look at what changes were made between February and July. Those are the important factors, and that's why we're here all the time.
But we're guilty of it too, though. For example, Terrace Marshall. Remember Terrace Marshall?
Oh,
look at him. Yeah, right. Look at them legs. Look at that. Look at that physique. Look at that.
That's
right?
the guy I was thinking of the other day at the gym. We were talking about LSU wide receivers and how they've all been really good. And I was like, there was one just recently, but it wasn't Keyshawn Butte. I was like, who was it? And it was Terrace Marshall. That's the guy. Thank you.
Yeah, Terrace Marshall. I mean, there's a lot of workout warriors, and I mean, for some reason or not, they just don't make it in the NFL or don't ever make a big impact. Treylon Burks,
Jelani Woods.
But it's hard to sift through the noise these days because, like I said, Marvin Harrison's all jacked up now, right? Marvin Harrison Jr. To me, I look at that and go, who cares, right? But to a lot of people, they go, wow, Marvin Harrison's looking good. He's about to be, guys. Anyone can go buy creatine and protein and go work out. Like anyone could, anyone can. So I guess you take it as a sign of, wow, he's really taking care of his body. Wow, he's taking it serious. Okay, that's something. But I want to see Marvin Harrison Jr. produce, not gain muscle mass. I mean, I do love looking at big sweaty dudes, right? I watch wrestling. I understand. I know I love big sweaty dudes. Ask my co-host Chris Koffler, he'll tell you. But I want big sweaty dudes that produce. And I also like skinny dudes that produce as well. Sami Zayn. No, not a muscle on his body. Freaking beast. I got nothing else to say today. I'm going to wrap up the show there.
We left it on a very awkward note. Good job.
Back in my day, Jim Thorpe was a superstar. Hey, if you want to see me, Josh After Dark, tonight, I will be on Optimus Fantasy Football with Evan Sather. We'll be doing a mock draft, 10-team, 1 quarterback dynasty rookie mock. He picked this and asked me if it's okay, and I said, sure, I'll run with it. Rookies aren't really my thing. Dynasty is my thing, but rookies are not. And I know that doesn't make sense. How can I be good at dynasty and not good at rookies? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I don't buy rookies. I buy great players. So we'll be doing a mock draft tonight. Optimus Fantasy Football, 8 p.m. Here on YouTube. So check that out. Make sure you check us out, 8 p.m. Man, I'm going to be tired. I might be drinking a high noon. It's going to be a fun time. Justin, where can we find you anywhere?
Blue Sky at Justin Bowerly.
Blue Sky at Justin Bowerly. Make sure you follow us, Fantasy Now Plus, Finn's Talk Sports Network. Follow the crew. Join our Discord. Chat, FantasyNowPlus.com. I hear the music. I'm getting us out of here. Be good, guys. See you next week.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.